Hello viewers, so today in this video I will give you the solved assignment question answers of MEG 14, means Contemporary Indian Literature in English Translation. If you need any kind of solved assignment, just write your course and paper in the comment box. I will definitely try to make video on them. So these are the questions of MEG 14. Let's see the answers. The first question is, what do you understand by idea of India as a nation? Answer: the idea of India refers to the concept of India as a nation, that the values that define it. This idea encompasses the diversity of India's people, cultures, languages and religions, as well as the shared history, traditions and struggles of its people. It also includes the principles of democracy, secularism, social justice and inclusivity that form the foundation of India's constitution. In essence, the idea of India represents the vision of a pluralistic, tolerant and progressive nation that celebrates its diversity and strives to create a better future for all its citizens. Account for the rich scope of comparative studies in studying Indian literature. Answer: comparative studies in Indian literature offer a rich scope for analysis and understanding of various aspects of Indian culture and society. Here are some reasons why. Number 1, multilingualism. India is a country of diverse languages and cultures. There are over 22 official languages and numerous dialects spoken across the country. Comparative studies enable scholars to explore the similarities and differences in literary traditions across these languages. Number 2, regional and cultural diversity. India has a rich history and culture that varies from regions to region. Comparative studies help to understand the cultural, social and political context that shape literary works across different regions. Number 3, historical context. Indian literature spans over many centuries and reflects the changing social, cultural and political landscape of the country. By comparing literary works from different periods, scholars can trace the evolution of literary forms, styles and themes over time. Number 4, religious and philosophical influences. Indian literature is deeply influenced by various religious and philosophical traditions such as Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism and Jainism. Comparative studies of works from different religious and philosophical traditions enable scholars to understand the shared cultural and literary traditions that transcend religious boundaries. Number 5, diaspora literature. Indian literature has a significant diaspora that spans across the world. Comparative studies of Indian diaspora literature enable scholars to explore the themes of migration, identity and belonging in the context of global literature. Thus, the rich scope of comparative studies in Indian literature offers scholars a comprehensive understanding of Indian culture and society and its literary traditions. Number 3 question, what are the thematic preoccupations of the writer in Samskara? Discuss. Answer: Samskara is a novel written by U.R. Ananthamurthy in 1965, which explores themes related to the caste system, tradition, modernity, morality and societal change. The novel is set in a small village in Karnataka, India and revolves around the character of Prenashacharya, a Brahmin priest who struggles to reconcile his traditional beliefs with the changing societal norms. Here are some of the thematic preoccupations of the writer in Samskara. Number 1, caste system. The novel explores the rigid caste system prevalent in traditional Indian society and its impact on people's lives. It depicts the Brahmins as the highest caste and their struggles to maintain their purity and status in society. Number 2, tradition versus modernity. The novel highlights the clash between tradition and modernity in Indian society. It shows how the younger generation is breaking away from all customs and beliefs, leading to a sense of anxiety and unrest among the older generation. Number 3, morality and ethics. The novel questions the morality of the Brahmin community and their adherence to religious norms. It explores the complexities of morality and ethics in the context of caste, gender and social hierarchy. Number 4, death and rituals. The novel revolves around the death of a woman of a lower caste and the dilemma faced by the Brahmins in performing her last rites. It explores the significance of death and rituals in Indian society and their impact on people's lives. Women's agency. The novel portrays the oppression faced by women in traditional Indian society and their struggle for agency and freedom. It highlights the patriarchal nature of Indian society and the need for social reform. Overall, Samskara is a thought-provoking novel that explores the complexities of Indian society and the challenges faced by individuals in reconciling tradition with modernity. Fourth question, discuss the theme of communalism and its treatment in the novel Tamas. Answer: Tamas is a novel written by Visham Sehni in 1974, which explores the theme of communalism and its impact on Indian society during the partition of India in 1947. The novel portrays the violence, hatred and mistrust that erupted between Hindus and Muslims, leading to the mass migration of people across the newly drawn border. Here are some of the ways in which the theme of communalism is treated in the novel Tamas. Number 1, religious divide. The novel highlights the religious divide between Hindus and Muslims and how it was exploited by political leaders and religious fundamentalists to fuel communal tensions and violence. Number 2, violence and bloodshed. The novel depicts the horrors of communal violence, including riots, arson, and the massacre of innocent people. It shows how ordinary people were forced to take up arms and kill their neighbors in the name of religion. Number 3, loss and trauma. The novel portrays the loss and trauma suffered by people on both sides of the border due to the partition. It shows how families were torn apart, homes were destroyed, and people were forced to flee their homes in search of safety. Number 4, human suffering. The novel highlights the human suffering caused by communalism and the need for compassion and empathy across religious lines. It shows how people of different religions suffered equally in the violence and how the division of society based on religion only leads to greater suffering. Number 5, historical and political context. The novel provides a historical and political context for the partition of the India and the role of the British in creating the conditions for communal violence. It shows how the legacy of colonialism and the politics of divide and rule contributed to the communal tensions that erupted during the partition. Overall, Tamas is a powerful portrayal of the impact of communalism on Indian society and the need for unity and understanding across religious lines. The novel highlights the dangers of religious fundamentalism and the importance of secularism in ensuring peace and harmony in society. Number 5 of this video is discuss the various symbols and motifs used in the play Tughlaq. Answer: Tughlaq is a play written by Girish Karnad in 1964, which explores the theme of power, politics, and idealism through the character of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, a 14th century Sultan of Delhi. The play employs various symbols and motifs to convey its theme and enhance the dramatic impact of the story. Here are some of the symbols and motifs used in the play. Number 1, the chessboard. The chessboard is a recurring motif in the play, representing the power struggles and political maneuverings of the characters. The moves on the chessboard reflects the actions of the characters as they plot against each other and jostle for power. Number 2, the mango tree. The mango tree is a symbol of idealism and hope, representing the aspirations of the people for a just and fair society. It also reflects the character of Tughlaq, who initially embodies these ideals but later becomes corrupted by power. Number 3, the king's robes. The king's robes are a symbol of authority and power, representing the legitimacy of the ruler. However, in the play, the robes are also associated with deception and manipulating, as Tughlaq uses them to disguise himself and deceive his enemies. Number 4, the mirror. The mirror is a symbol of self-reflection and introspection, representing the character's ability to see themselves and their actions clearly. The mirror also represents the truth, which is often distorted by the character's desires and ambitions. Number 5, the crow. The crow is a recurring motif in the play, representing the voice of the common people and their discontent with the rulers. The crow also symbolizes the cyclical nature of history, as the same mistakes and abuses of power are repeated by successive rulers. Overall, the use of symbols and motifs in Tughlaq enhances the thematic richness and dramatic impact of the play. The symbols and motifs provide a deeper insight into the characters and their motivations, as well as the broader political social context of the society. Sixth question is, write a critical note on Dalit literature. Answer: Dalit literature refers to literature written by Dalits, who are members of the lowest caste in the Hindu social hierarchy. It emerged as a distinct literary genre in the 1960s, with writers using literature as a tool for social and political activism to challenge the caste-based discrimination and oppression faced by Dalits in Indian society. Here are some critical notes on Dalit literature. Number 1, subaltern literature. Dalit literature is often categorized as subaltern literature, which refers to literature written by marginalized groups such as Dalits, women, and minorities. It provides a voice to those who are often silenced and excluded from mainstream narratives. Number 2, identity politics. Dalit literature is rooted in identity politics, which seeks to challenge the dominant discourse and created a space for alternative voices. It highlights the diversity and complexity of Dalit experiences and seeks to create a sense of solidarity and community among Dalits. Number 3, social and political activism. Dalit literature is not just a literary genre but also a form of social and political activism. It seeks to challenge the caste-based discrimination and oppression faced by Dalits in Indian society and create a more just and equitable society. Number 4, aesthetic and literary value. Dalit literature has often been dismissed as lacking in aesthetic and literary value. However, this criticism is often based on the narrow definition of what constitutes good literature. Dalit literature reflects the unique experiences and perspectives of Dalits and provides a rich and diverse literary tradition. Number 5, impact and influence. Dalit literature has had a significant impact on Indian society and politics. It has played a key role in raising awareness about the issues faced by Dalits and creating a sense of solidarity and community among Dalits. It has also influenced mainstream literature and provided a new perspective on Indian society and culture. Overall, Dalit literature is an important and valuable literary genre that challenges the dominant discourse and provides a voice to marginalized communities. So these are the question answers of MEG 14. If you like this video, please like, share and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.